starts right now.
A crime problem that has been plaguing people all over the city and beyond seems to be taking more of a violent turn lately.
San Antonio police say what started as a car burglary has ended with the shooting of a man outside his home. As Katrina Weber reports, this is the second day in a row for this kind of violence.
Police cars lined the street where one car appeared to be at the center of a crime scene. Officers say a man who lives near it in the 1100 block of Sugar Pine off Bitters Road noticed two people breaking into that car just before 4 this morning. They say the 36-year-old opened his own front door and tried to chase them away, but one of them pulled out a gun and shot him. The man was hit in the side, a non-life-threatening wound according to police. He went to a hospital by ambulance. The shooters got away, leaving investigators to search the area for clues to find them. This is the second day in a row that what started with a car burglary has ended with a shooting, except in yesterday's case, the roles were reversed. At an apartment complex near Loop 1604 and O'Connor Road, police found a suspected car burglar wounded early yesterday morning. They say a man who lives there told them he fired the shots after catching that burglary suspect in the act. He says the suspect also had threatened him and his girlfriend with a gun. Police are still investigating, but they say in both cases it seems people out to protect property quickly found their lives in danger. Katrina Weber, KSAT12 News.
New at noon, you are looking at pictures from the Poteet Volunteer Fire Department. They posted these deadly pictures of this fire on their Facebook page. According to the post, crews from several cities fought the massive flames last night. The structure started burning just after 9. Firefighters were on scene until 2 this morning. Crews did not specify what that structure was. However, the department does say that one person did die in that fire. It's not clear what sparked those flames.
And a look outside with live cam, 93 degrees, no clouds in the sky, no shade. But that weather's just going to keep going. The heat continues.
It is just relentless, this heat. And temperatures yesterday got up to 106 here in San Antonio. It was another record day. And as we look at the month of August, it's been a stretch. 105 Monday, 105 Tuesday, 106 Wednesday and Thursday. 7 record highs in a row. We could be going for 8 today. And the number of 100-degree days, if you're keeping a tally at home, 45. We'll add to that again today as well. Let's go outside for you. We've got clear skies. Temperatures 94 at the airport. 100 is the heat index. New Braunfels 96, heat index is 105. 96 in Seguin feels like 101. 90 in Kerrville feels like 95. We'll see these heat indices get up close to 110 in some cases with a high temperature around 106. 105 at 6 p.m. Still 102 at 8 p.m. And by midnight, we're down into the mid-80s. We've got a meteor shower this weekend. We're going to tell you when and where you can see that coming up in just a couple minutes. Tiffany?
Thank you, Justin. A major construction project could lead to major delays for drivers over on the city's east side. Weekend closures are expected along one of San Antonio's busiest interchange. Traffic authorities Stephen Cavazos with what to expect before you drive off into the weekend.
Expect more weekend closures to take place, and this time along I-10 over on the east side of San Antonio. Now, according to KSAT, this is a $100 million investment. The goal is to reduce congestion and improve mobility and safety, but we can expect to see some delays as the weekend commute does get moving here on the city's east side. Now, here's what you need to know before you go. There will be a full weekend closure at the I-10 and Loop 410 interchange. This work does begin Friday night, tonight at 8 in the evening, and should wrap at 5 in the morning. Now, we will see this work carry us through Monday morning, so it's a pretty lofty project. Make sure to know what to expect before you hit the roads. Here are some quick detours for you. If you are heading eastbound along I-10, you will detour to Loop 410 southbound. According to TxDOT, that is, you'll exit Rigsby Avenue and just continue to follow those detour signs out there. Take a left onto the frontage road and you can merge back onto the highway heading northbound. You'll continue until you hit the I-10 eastbound exit ramp. ramp. Now, if you are traveling westbound along I-10, things will look a little different for you. Instead of heading southbound on 410, you'll head northbound. You'll take the turnaround at Rittiman Road and continue along 410 southbound until you hit that I-10 westbound exit ramp. I do know that's a lot of information, but there are a lot of closures happening this weekend. Scan this QR code. I have a full article that breaks down what you can expect along that interchange throughout this weekend and over the next several years. But remember, guys, pack that patience, because all this work is to help reduce that congestion and improve your safety out on the roadways.
Crews are still working on fixing a sinkhole along New Sulphur Springs Road. This is near Jasper Hollow, about a mile east of Loop 410 on the city's east side. City crews have been working to replace a collapsed storm pipe. Public Works expects the road repairs to wrap by 5 o'clock this evening.
And this noon, police are in the process of tracking a suspect. They say that person has been targeting people on the northwest side, demanding money. In one case, officers say an elderly man was pumping gas at a station near Hebner Road and I-10, and that's when a driver in a red car came up to him and demanded the victim hand over his credit card. When the victim refused, police say a suspect shot him with a BB gun before taking off. Police say there have been multiple reports from people with similar stories. If you know something that can help officers solve this case, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers at 210-224-STOP.
San Antonio police are trying to figure out what led up to a shooting at a West Side motel overnight. It happened at a Motel 6 in the 2100 block of Southwest Loop 410 near Westshire Drive. Police say officers found the shooting victim on the second story of the motel. He was taken to the hospital in critical condition. So far, SAPD says it has not found a crime scene. A man was convicted of killing the mother of his child in less than 2 hours, and right now is a jury deliberating for a sentence for James Stewart. Stewart murdered Tiffany Washington back on April 25th, 2020. The two had been arguing when Washington got a knife and he got a shotgun. He then told police that the gun accidentally went off, killing her. Even though they've convicted Stewart of murder, they can consider a lesser sentence if they think sudden passion was in play. Depending on what the jury decides, punishment can range from 2 years to life in prison. Stay with KSAT12 and KSAT.com for an update once that sentence is in.
Now to the latest on the shooting in South Bexar County. The sheriff's office says a second person they believe is connected to that shooting has died. That shooting happened just before 9 Tuesday night on Hume Road near Highway 281. Sheriff Javier Salazar says two people had arranged on a social media to sell a black Charger to someone. When the group met up, Salazar said the suspect started shooting, killing one and wounding another. Then they took the car. Several hours later, a 17-year-old was dropped off at Northeast Baptist Hospital with a gunshot wound to the abdomen and later died. Salazar says investigators believe he was connected to that shooting.
It's too early to tell if he was a suspect in that case or if he was with the victims in the case. We just don't know at this point, but we do believe that he was injured in that same incident.
Salazar added that they are still looking for that black Dodge Charger, and anyone who may have information about the car or the teen is asked to call the Bexar County Sheriff's Office.
Salazar says that same night there was another shooting between people who agreed on social media to meet up to sell something. He says a 17-year-old girl met up with a man to sell gold necklace, but he ended up shooting her and taking off. The teen is now recovering at home. Salazar says the police department and sheriff's office provide safe locations for online sales exchanges.
We have what's called a safe exchange zone at our substations. There's 2 marked parking spots right out the front door of our substation, and there's actually cameras and they're well lit.
Those safe zones can be found at the BCSO substation at 6825 Cagnon Road and at Loop 1604 next to JVSA Randolph. We have more information on KSAT.com.
Now to those deadly fires in Hawaii. The death toll now rising to 55 people killed in Maui. ABC's Melissa Aiden reports that 1,000 homes and cultural landmarks damaged or destroyed.
A race to contain the raging wildfires racing across Hawaii as the death toll rises. The blaze now the second deadliest in U.S. history over the last century. Officials now fearing the death count to grow over the coming days. As some people jumped into the ocean to save themselves, this man doing just that after battling flames for 3 hours.
And I ran to the ocean and I gave in. everything gone.
Emergency doctor Reza Dinesh rushing into the historic town of Lahaina with his mobile clinic to treat burn patients.
It literally felt like an atomic bomb went off and survivors were coming out.
Aerial footage showing what's left of Lahaina, the one-time capital of the Hawaiian kingdom that has deep cultural roots, much of it now gone.
People lost everything, homes, jobs, their cars, some their pets. There's still people missing. I've fought wildfires in California, and I've never seen something ravaged so fast.
Many homes and businesses reduced to rubble, burned out, hulls of boats washed up onto the shore.
We have a scar on the face of Maui that will be here for a very long time.
President Biden issuing a disaster declaration for Hawaii.
Anyone who's lost a loved one whose home has been damaged or destroyed is going to get help immediately.
While weather conditions have improved across western Maui, gusty winds still persist as firefighters work to contain all 3 fires still burning on this island. Melissa Adan, ABC News, Maui.
The Houston Texans already showing they are an improved football team. Highlights from their preseason opener coming up.
This weekend, people in San Antonio have the chance to get some help starting their businesses. How an event will help them boost entrepreneurship skills. Welcome back. There's an event this weekend giving people an opportunity to build their entrepreneurship skills and provides networking opportunities. Geekdom, a collaborative working space downtown, is taking its startup boot camp on the road to Our Lady of the Lake University. The free 3-day workshop is supported by Bexar County. There will be mentor sessions and workshops focused on pitching your business. Programs Director Matthew Espinosa says it's a weekend to help aspiring entrepreneurs turn ideas into reality.
It all wraps up with a weekend focused on mentorship at the end of it. So they get to put a pitch together for their business in front of a group of mentors.
Espinosa says they launched this program at the beginning of the year and over 75 entrepreneurs have participated. The event kicks off tonight at 6.
Outside with live cam, it's hot.
That sums it up. I
need to go into great detail. It's hot.
I can't add to that, David. I really
can't. See?
You're spot on. We're up to 94 now. Clear skies. As we look out over the airport, the aquifer down again, 626.4. It's down 0.2 of a foot. And your pollen count, we've been good here. Nothing much showing up. Just molds are in the low category. What do we have headed our way? Is there any glimmer of hope? We also mentioned we've got a meteor shower this weekend. We're going to give you all the details coming up.
As more kids head back to class, they're also going back to some of their favorite school subjects.
Michael Hayden is live at Market Square. There he is.
Here I am.
And you got kids with you. There they are.
We do. It is the last day of our back to school week, and we got the folks from Southwest and Legacy here. And our megaphone question of the day is your favorite subject in school. You know, they had a favorite one, math, science, maybe it was athletics, theater. Scan that QR code right there, and we're going to have answers all throughout the show. Let's go!
Live. So math and theater. But math and theater, they're up there.
They're up there, 50 each. So, but you know, recess was the favorite one. Justin, I got to tell you though, I did find the silver lining in all this.
What's that?
I haven't had to mow the grass for like 2 months.
That is good.
2 months.
Saturdays are just like, wow, what do I do today? Don't have to mow. There's no grass to mow.
I actually mowed last night. I mowed.
What'd you mow?
Like 3 patches of green grass.
The question is at what time?
It was like an island in the middle of my yard. I just said it took me like 5 minutes to mow. It wasn't bad. So yeah, there is that. There is positive. And David, I thought for sure you would say your favorite subject was lunch. That wasn't one of the options, though.
Well,
now he's rethinking things.
Lunch or recess, either one.
Lunch and recess were both good options, although not right now because the heat. Recess isn't all that fun. If you want to check out the Perseid meteor shower, it peaks this weekend. We should have clear skies for this too, which is nice. August 12th and 13th, Saturday and Sunday. You can check this out. And you want to look northeast after midnight, pre-dawn hours. Best to find a dark viewing spot away from bright lights. The moon phase is waning crescent, so it'll be good for viewing. The moon won't be overly bright. You can see up to 90 meteors per hour under dark skies. So this is pretty cool. Check it out this weekend. Now for some more good news. The Climate Prediction Center came out yesterday and said they think we have a 95% chance of seeing El Nino by December into February of 2022. In addition, they're calling for higher odds of a strong El Nino event. What does that mean for us? We've talked a lot about El Nino on this show, but it typically means better chances of rain for us. Typically. It's not always the case. We're not going to make any guarantees here, but we've been through a couple of years of drought now. We need something to change. So what I did is I went through the numbers. We went back and looked at some recent strong El Nino years, 97 and 98. We know what happened in 98. We had the big flood, of course, 42 inches of rain for the year. But you go back to 2014 through 2016, which was another stretch of El Nino, strong El Nino, and we had good rainfall totals. 2015 was another year in which we saw some floods. Again, it's not to say we're going to see floods coming up next year, but we should see at least a little bit of a pattern shift, and there is reason to be optimistic. So we want to look at the good news here, and we know that last year and this year has been dismal when it comes to rain, so it's hard to imagine it could get any worse. And again, we think it will probably get a little bit better. In the meantime, we're still going to deal with the drought and the heat, and fire danger is back again today. In the very high category, north of San Antonio, you even get some extreme fire danger up near Austin. So we got to be still very careful. Red flag warnings are in effect for most of the area. It just means we have a high fire danger, and that does include San Antonio. Outside right now, blue skies, 94, dew point is at 70. Heat index is at 100 already, with southerly winds at 10 miles per hour. Heat indices up to 105 in New Braunfels and Gonzales. Feels like 104 in Pleasanton, 102 in Divine right now. And these heat index values will jump up next couple of hours before kind of leveling off. High temperatures today around 106. That's where we were yesterday. This would tie a record, and we could see more record-setting heat coming up. 107 in Elmendorf, 107 in Floresville today, 109 in Carrizo Springs. What do we have coming up? A lot more of the same, unfortunately. High pressure still hanging around, just doesn't want to move. It does shift a little bit further west Tuesday, which could open the door for a weak front to move into central Texas, which may spark off a storm or two, likely staying north of San Antonio. But for that reason, I've added in a 10% chance on Tuesday. I'm not super confident about that. I think most of anything, if we even see anything, would be north of town. But something to watch. Fire danger continues. Hot temperatures continue. And by Thursday, we will be on our 52nd triple-digit day, guys.
I think we're all thinking of cooler thoughts and the fall. I already see Halloween decorations at the stores.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's around the corner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jess.
The Cowboys ready to see who might be their backup running back when they take the field tomorrow for a preseason game, and a huge weekend getting underway for several former Spurs coming up.
Football coverage brought to you by Davis Law Firm.
And the Houston Texans have taken a big step in the right direction. Got a win. They defeated the Patriots 29 in the team's preseason opener. Here's the rough part. It was a short and time-shaky NFL debut for the Texans' #2 overall pick, C.J. Stroud. He went 2 of 4, 12 yards, and interception. Rushed twice for 6 yards and was sacked once. However, quarterback Davis Mills entered the game after Stroud, and Davis Mills had a pretty good night. He threw a 6-yard TD. Watch this catch. Look at that. Yeah, had it, lost it, got it back, kept the feet in bounds. That's rookie Tank Dell to ignite the offense with that incredible catch. Case Keenum also threw one across the goal line for 6 right there. So there you have it. The Texans get contribution from all over, from the 20-9 win over New England. Next, Houston hosts Miami during week 2 of the NFL preseason. The Cowboys open their preseason tomorrow. That'll be a chance to see who's going to be the backup running back to Tony Pollard. The Cowboys have 5 backs who can all be productive this season, and they all bring a different skill set to the table.
As a competitor, you always want to be out there. You always want to have the guys call your number, make the play. But, you know, once you get winded, you know, you're at that point you might be doing bad for the team. So, you know, just good to keep guys in there fresh, keep them rolling, and keep everybody healthy.
Depth at running back for the Cowboys is going to be huge this season without Ezekiel Elliott for the first time since 2016. What a weekend for three members of the San Antonio Spurs organization. Tony Parker, Greg Popovich, Becky Hammond, all three going into the Basketball Hall of Fame tomorrow night in Springfield, Massachusetts. Tony will be presented by Manu and Tim. Pop presented by David, Tim, Manu, and Tony. Becky Hammond presented by Cheryl Swoops and Teresa Weatherspoon. You can feel the anticipation in the air, the excitement building for the KSAT Pigskin Classic. We kick things off on Friday night, the 25th, with Antonian and Holy Cross. And then on Saturday, it's our triple header. We've got Southside Cardinals and the Somerset Bulldogs, Uvalde and Jefferson, the middle game. And then our nightcap, it's O'Connor and Brandeis. And now is the time to get those tickets for the KSAT Pigskin Classic. They're on sale, and you can find a link on KSAT.com. All of these games are taking place at the Dome, and if you aren't a KSAT insider, make sure you sign up so you can get the best seats in the house along with other perks. Just look for the story on our website, KSAT.com.
The excitement is building on that.
Fired up. 2 weeks away.
Coming up in the next half hour, a recall alert involving candles, why they could create a danger in your home. And you today at 5, the catch of the day could make for a nice meal or a night of regret. How to pick and handle seafood to avoid getting sick today at 5 after Entertainment Tonight.
Attorney General Merrick Garland says he is appointing a special counsel in the Hunter Biden probe. This deepens the investigation of the president's son ahead of the 2024 election. Garland said Friday he is naming as the special counsel David Weiss, the U.S. attorney in Delaware. Weiss has been probing the financial and business dealings of the president's son. The move comes as House Republicans are mounting their own investigation into Hunter Biden's business dealings.
And now on to the latest investigation into Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. Nonprofit journalistic outfit ProPublica is reporting that Thomas accepted more luxury vacations and gifts from wealthy individuals and didn't report receiving them. ABC's Ike Ajachi is in Washington, D.C. with the latest.
Justice Clarence Thomas facing new questions about whether he may have broken the law after allegedly accepting luxury flights, cruises, and expensive sports tickets from wealthy individuals without disclosing them. That's according to an investigative report by nonprofit journalistic organization ProPublica, who claimed Justice Thomas was given access to several luxurious gifts, at least 38 destination vacations, 2 stays at luxury resorts, 26 flights on private jets and 8 on helicopters, and a dozen VIP passes to sporting events. The ProPublica report says it found no evidence the donors of the gifts had any cases before the Supreme Court when Thomas received those gifts. ABC News has not independently verified ProPublica's latest claims, and the Supreme Court hasn't responded to requests for comment. ProPublica also says Thomas has not commented to these new allegations.
The Supreme Court internally definitely has ethical rules. They're voluntarily adhered to. And at the same time, they can be quite broad and also quite vague.
In April, the publication reported Thomas failed to disclose high-end vacations and private jet travel, paid for by billionaire Republican donor Harlan Crow.
What you hear from folks on the left is that maybe he hasn't violated the letter of these regulations, but he is certainly bringing disrepute on the Supreme Court.
On Capitol Hill, efforts are underway from the Senate Judiciary Committee to establish a code of ethics for the justices. Other members of the court are also facing scrutiny. Justice Samuel Alito defended himself after he allegedly didn't report a luxury trip to Alaska and a private jet. And Justice Sonia Sotomayor reportedly used her taxpayer-funded Supreme Court staff to help sell her books. Ike Ajachi, ABC News, Washington.
Now to the 5 American citizens in Iran who are one step closer to freedom. All 5 are on house arrest, including 4 just released from a notorious prison. This is the result of a deal between Washington and Tehran. Under the terms of agreement between Iran and the U.S., some $6 billion in oil revenue from South Korea will be released once the Americans are freed from the country. The money has up until now been frozen by U.S. sanctions. Secretary of State Antony Blinken saying the money must be used for humanitarian purposes only.
President Biden asking Congress for $24 billion in defense aid for Ukraine. The request includes more than $13 billion in security assistance and more than $7 billion for economic and humanitarian assistance for Ukraine. It also includes more than $3 billion earmarked to fund infrastructure in countries affected by the Russian invasion. In total, the supplemental request adds up to roughly $40 billion. It could be a tough sell to Republicans in Congress, many of whom have voiced skepticism about giving Ukraine more money.
Thousands of migrants in New York City's emergency shelter system will have 60 days to find housing. That's according to a new rule that Mayor Eric Adams announced this week. Single adult migrants living in the facilities will have 2 months to find housing before the city forces them to vacate. The change in policy comes as the city struggles to house thousands of migrants that have arrived in the city in record numbers since last spring. Adams says they'll work with migrants to help them connect with friends and family or help them find other housing options.
Outside with live cam, I'm telling you, we have spun the spin meter on this thing. I don't know how many times, and it just keeps coming up with the same answer. It won't let us spin it any way other than it's hot.
So repetitive, which we typically see in the summer, but this summer has been just over the top, it feels like. We will get out of it at some point. By the time we get into September, we'll start seeing some fronts and things will get better, but we are going to have to push our way through August. It's already been pretty tough so far. We look across the country, some of the warmest temperatures right here in Texas. Phoenix is a little bit warmer, but notice we're warmer than Miami. It's 81 there, 96 Dallas, 95 Oklahoma City. A lot of that heat residing right here in the Lone Star State, 97 in Midland. Look at Lubbock, 100. They've been enjoying some cooler weather. Not anymore. Dry heat out there, but hot nonetheless. 96 Dallas, 93 Tyler, 97 in Houston. Here's our forecast today. 103 at 3 o'clock. We're up around 106 yet again. That would tie another record. And then temperatures tonight will be slow to cool, but we do make it into the 90s by 9 p.m. and eventually the 80s by midnight. So if you have evening plans, you might want to be indoors. Even still during the evening hours, it's tough. CPS Energy Conservation, it's another one of those CPS Energy yellow days with some peak demand. There are some things you can do to help out, like avoid using large appliances like your oven, washer, dryer, and dishwasher during that time frame. For more information, you can scan the QR code. And we know ERCOT is going to be watching things very closely too as we go forward, because we have several more triple-digit days on the way, guys.
Thank you, Justin. A new report says that the TSA wants to alter a plan that could impact travelers enrolled in CLEAR's screening program. According to the Washington Post, the TSA sent a letter to the company last week. That's a company that you join up and they get you past security lines faster. The Post reports 2 people who saw the letter said the agency agreed it would require a smaller portion of CLEAR members to undergo additional identity vetting. This is a major shift from wanting to require all travelers. The newspaper reports the move would still slightly increase the number of passengers screened by the TSA. It comes after reports of security breaches at 2 airports involving CLEAR earlier this year.
Target is recalling over 2 million candles after reports of jars breaking while the candles were burning. The recall includes multiple scents of the threshold glass jar candle in both the 5.5 ounce and 20 ounce sizes. They were sold at Target stores and Target.com between February 2020 and July 2023. Target said they received 19 reports of the candle jars breaking or cracking, injuring at least 1 person. To see if your candle is included in the recall, check the item number on the bottom of the jar. The specific list of candles affected is on the Target website. If you have any of these candles, you can return them to a Target store for a full refund or contact Target to get a prepaid return label to mail them back.
The U.S. Supreme Court preventing Purdue Pharma from moving forward with its bankruptcy proceedings is blocking a $6 billion opioid settlement from the Sackler family, which previously controlled the company. The Sacklers agreed to the settlement for broad protection from opioid-related civil claims. It's a settlement the Biden administration has called unprecedented. The High Court will hear the case in December. Full-time UPS drivers will soon earn an average of $170,000 a year. That is according to a new 5-year contract agreement announced by the UPS CEO. The contract being negotiated by the Teamsters union that represents the drivers, that $170,000 will include both pay and benefits for full-time drivers. UPS says part-time drivers will make at least $25 to $75 an hour and also receive full health care and pension benefits. Voting on the proposed contract began last week and continues until August 22nd. It also includes changes to working conditions, including air conditioning in UPS vehicles. And when it comes to packing school lunches, we can all get into a rut if your child complains about getting the same sandwich every day. Come on, Mom, give me something other than peanut butter and jelly.
What?
We have options to spice things up. Who doesn't like peanut butter and jelly every day?